Hello class. As we're getting into the Psalms, I wanted to introduce your first project for this quarter. And so it's on the Psalms. And as I mentioned in my last lecture, the Psalms were typically actually sung or played to music, but we don't know what those Psalms actually sounded like because we don't have the sheet music anymore. It'll say things like, oh, this song was played to the harp or something like that, but we don't know what it sounds like. And so a lot of people have taken that and they've been inspired by the Psalms to write different hymns and modern day choruses and all kinds of things. And so I thought for this project what we would do is I'm calling it the Art of the Psalms. And so this is what your assignment is going to be. You're going to choose one of the Psalms. Now you may choose like a chapter, right? But you may choose just maybe one or two verses from that. You can narrow it down. So your first thing, you're going to choose a psalm that means something to you, something that connects with you in some way, something that's maybe inspiring, something that maybe gives you hope, maybe gives you joy, maybe gives you praise, whatever that looks like. You're going to need to put a reason why you chose that, okay? So after you've chosen your psalm, you're going to then go ahead and express your psalm in some kind of creative or artistic way, all right? And this is what it can look like. You have a couple different options. You could draw a picture, right? You could paint. You could do a sculpture, right? Those are kind of the more like art class type of things. You could also, if you're into like dance or something like that, you could express the beauty or style of the psalm through dance or through a music video or through a song you actually created. If you're a musician, if you like to play music, maybe there's a new melody that you can create that connects with the words of that song. You could also do something digital, right? You could make a movie, you can reenact it. You can bring in people in your family, maybe even your pets or what have you, write a script and do something like that. You could create a collage, a digital collage or an actual paper collage. I mean, the ideas are limitless, right? Because I really believe that when we're using our creativity, right? When we're being creative, we're being more like our Creator God. And I really think the Psalms express the beauty of how God has put a spark in all of us to be part of His creation, to be part of His character of creativity. And so that's what I'm asking you to do for this project, to dig a little deeper, right? You may say, I'm not an artist. What in the world am I going to do with this, right? Get creative, be outside the box a little bit. Maybe don't just go for a drawing. If you're not a drawer, don't do that, right? You're like, I don't really know how to paint, but you're going to choose to paint. Don't do that. Get creative, think outside the box. Now I know, all right, we're kind of in quarantine here, right? And I'm not expecting you to go out and buy supplies. So you need to get really creative about things that are around your house, right? So if you're like, hey, I really want to do this sculpture, but I need to go outside and get clay and things like that, maybe don't do that, right? Ask around, ask your parents and what have you, and say, hey, what do we have around the house? I have this project. This is what I want to do. Do we have the material? So you need to make sure you have everything you need before you get started, okay? All right? You don't want to get halfway through and be like, oh no, I needed this one thing and now I got to go to the store, which I can't go to. Don't do that. Plan ahead. All right, take this next day or two. By Wednesday, you should have a game plan. All right, you should have a plan of what psalm you're going to do. Okay, narrow it down and why those verses of that psalm are important to you. All right, what does it mean to you? How do you apply it? That kind of thing. And then you need to have your art project picked. What you're going to use, what kind of creativity you're going to use to express that psalm, and then lastly, you also need to make sure you have all your materials. Okay. I'll have attached to this also a rubric for you so you can kind of see what the grading scale will look like and so on. But this will be your first project here for this quarter. So I'm really excited about this one. This is kind of a different thing. We do this project every year, but not like this. And so you'll be submitting when it comes time, which the submitting date will be on the 1st of April, okay, by 11:59. You're going to submit to me. So if you did, say you did a drawing, okay, you're going to take a picture of that and you're going to email that to me, okay, or I'll have a place on Google Classroom where you can attach it, or if we have a sculpture, something like that where you can't obviously send it to me or bring it into class because we're not there, you can take a picture of that and then send that to me, okay? And then if you have something digital, right? If you choose to do a video or a movie or something like that, you can send that to me as well, okay? I'll have a place on Google Classroom where you can upload those by Wednesday the 1st by 11:59. That's when the due date is for this. I know it's a kind of a short window, but this is not a very complicated project, but we do need to get moving as soon as we have, soon as you get this information, okay? All right, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me in comments or send me an email or anything, okay? All right. I'm praying for you guys. I hope that you are doing well. Reach out to me if you have any concerns at all, if you have any prayer requests. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.